yeah, and then the last experience, it was a host family in Berlin, and that's a bit more recent. That was from October 2022 up to May 2023. And I stayed with them 6 months. And again, they were a super lovely family, and I got really attached to them as well. They are super nice people. They even brought me on holiday a few times. I had like a very nice relationship with the girl. She was also a 3-year-old girl. Um, yeah, and actually she has birthday on my birthday, so it's pretty cool, right? Yeah, and again, as I said, we had a really great time. Something particular that happened within this experience is the fact that the girl, like at the beginning, she was a bit rejectful towards me. Like she didn't really want me to be there fully, or she kind of had to get used to me being there, right? So of course, the fact that someone else is there that you don't know, and as a child, it's also kind of weird, right? And she was used to have the attention of the parents all for her and so on. And then when I was there, of course, we maybe were also talking and stuff, and she felt, I don't know, maybe left out or something. So I have to admit, there was a time, like at the very beginning, so for 1.5 months roughly, where she kind of rejected me pretty often. But actually, what I learned from that as well is the fact that with children, you really have to be honest, and you have to talk to them, and you have to see what the problem is, because I always believe if a child doesn't behave right, let's say, towards you, it's not because they are mean, it's not because they want to be mean, it's because probably something is wrong with them, because maybe they are not happy, because maybe they have thoughts, or maybe they feel emotions that they just maybe don't say out loud because they are not mature enough, of course, to speak up, right? So what I did was I just talked to her, I let her take her decisions, and I asked the questions to see where I was doing wrong, what I could have changed, yeah, and kind of try to make the situation better, because it's not comfortable for me, and it was also surely not comfortable for her being unhappy around me, right? So after this talk, and I have to say that was so great, after this talk, everything completely changed, and the rest of the experience was really, really great. Like she started like being super excited and happy when I was there, and she was hugging me, wanting to play with me, wanted me to read good night stories and stuff like that. So I really believe with children, you really have to be patient, first thing. And second thing, don't assume that they are wrong or they are just like being moany or whatever. They are children, that's normal. But also, that maybe means that they are, as I said, unhappy. Maybe they can't say something because they are not mature enough to do that. So instead of getting mad or annoyed or pissed or saying, oh, I want to leave, I don't want to be here any longer, whatever, try to fix that first. Try to talk to them first. And then when you see, okay, I can't really do anything about it, then you can also decide to leave. But give it a go. I mean, they are children, it's kind of normal. All right, so then talking about the so-called au pair duties, you might already imagine what I was supposed to do. So basically being an au pair is not being a babysitter. So that's the first thing that you should keep in mind, but still you have a lot to do with childcare, of course. So the main tasks for me, for example, were to take care of the children, to look after them, playing with them, taking them to afternoon activities, meet with friends, go to the playground, go to the library, prepare food for them, take them to the kindergarten, pick them up from kindergarten, supporting the family and the parents whenever they needed to. So, for example, sometimes they were saying, okay, we want to go out tonight or whatever for like a drink or so, can you look after the child? And of course with me there was no problem about that. So it was like kind of evening babysitting or something, basically just being home and checking that the child was okay, and then yeah, so these kind of tasks. And then sometimes I was also doing some housework, so like light housework, meaning loading and unloading the dishwasher, maybe cleaning up the bathroom or so, but just like easy stuff. Maybe one time hoovering the floor, definitely cleaning the child room. I was always trying to let them clean up the room before we would be going out of it. So like after playing and so on, it's always important to tidy up, do the children's laundry, but that's really like very minimal and easy stuff. And of course keep my own things tidy and clean. So my room, my plate, if I was eating, I was washing up for myself and stuff. So these are kind of like the main au pair duties, Then concerning the language, that's another chapter. So while I was in Germany, because my German knowledge at the beginning was really inexistent, like I could only say 1, 2, 3, good morning, good night, and that was all. I actually decided to take part in language courses. So in Germany, there is this rule, let's say in the au pair contract, that states that the host family has to help the au pair paying for a language course with, I think, around 50 euros per month for the months of the stay. So if I stayed 6 months, it's 50 euros for 6 months. So what I did is at the very beginning when I was in Bremen, I actually took the chance and I started a language course. And I started in level A2 because by myself somehow I actually had managed to already fill up the A1 level, which was very helpful and very nice and very satisfactory. But yeah, so yeah, then I took part in this A2 course for around 2 months, if I remember well. And then yeah, afterwards, because of COVID, then of course everything was shut again. So I kept on taking some online classes, but then I, at the end of the course, I decided to just interrupt it and enjoy the time with my host family, because at that point I was already with my second host family. And with them, everything was going so well. And I thought, okay, I'd rather just enjoy time with them, talk with the children, let them talk to me. And that's still like a way how you can improve, right? Like you just listen to them all the time, you talk to them. That's a lot of work that your brain does like 24/7 basically. And then what I did again was in Berlin. So last year again, I took another course, and this time I was really surprised, but I made it to take the B2 course, which means that during the time with my host family, without going to a language school, I actually managed to improve over whole B1 level, and B1 is already kind of tricky. And then I was so happy when I figured out I could actually take B2. So I did again this B2 course, which was, I think, again 2 or 3 months at a language school in Berlin. And yeah, that's like really, I mean, taking a language classes while I was an au pair in Germany was honestly, I think, one of the best decisions, if not the best decision that I could have made, because getting to know the language just helps you so much, you know, like with relationships with people, so that you can actually talk to them, you can communicate, and you can of course meet new people also in a language class. And you have the freedom, you know, to just talk for yourself, to go, you go to the supermarket and you need to look for something, and you can ask the girl or the guy working there and say, look, can you help me finding this or whatever. It's just so satisfactory, you know. And when you think when you think back about all the effort that you actually put into it, all the breakdowns, because yes, there were some breakdowns here and there, and all the times that you thought, okay, I can't make it, because there were many times where I thought, okay, I'm never gonna make this. Then I look back to it now and I'm like, wow, I mean, wow, what should I say, you know, like really happy, proud, and that's just so cool. And in the end, that's also kind of how I got my job here. Like part of it is also thanks to the language, you know, because if I didn't know German, now I wouldn't be living in Germany, working in Germany, you know. And that's just kind of how life goes. And I'm just so glad that I managed to improve my language, and actually, other than improve, like even start learning a language from nothing. And all of this because of the au pair, because otherwise I would have probably never come to Germany and I would have never started learning German. Like honestly said, I would have never done that. And you know what, actually what I love the most about my au pair experience is not only the fact that I could travel, I could see new places, meet new people, get to know new culture, traditions, learn a new language from scratch. That's all really great stuff that I'm super happy about. But what I'm actually extremely grateful for is the fact that with this experience, I actually met people that are super, super lovely families, lovely children, and people that up to this day, after basically 4 years, I'm actually still in contact with. I still visit them sometimes. Like, I mean, living pretty close to each other also is pretty easy, you know. But I know they are there. I know that they enjoy when I'm there. I love spending time with them, especially seeing the children grow up. I mean, I was taking care of an 8-month-old baby like 4 years ago, and I was just about to turn 4. I mean, that's just incredible, you know. So to me personally, other than everything that I experienced during the au pair, what really matters the most is the connection with people, like these relationships that you build and that you can keep, you know. And I know, okay, now when I go to Berlin, I have people that I can visit and I can spend the day with, and like sometimes we write to each other and we ask how life is going, you know. Kind of, it's nice to know that there are people on the other side that were part of my life, that had, of course, a place in my life, because that was like a chapter. I mean, 1.5 years overall is not that little time, you know. So it's just really nice to know that these people are there, that I can come back to them and ask them how life is going, or we can still meet up again, as I said, seeing the children grow and stuff, you know, it's just so cool and priceless for real. So, you know, guys, if you're unsure whether you should become an au pair or not, I really couldn't recommend that enough. Like, honestly, from my experience, it's only positives. There are a few little negatives here and there, but like really minor things. But yeah, if you really are unsure whether you should take this chance, go for it. Like, if you finish school and you're not sure what you want to do, if you want to take a gap year, if anything, just give it a try. I mean, start easy, start creating your profile on AuPairWorld, start looking for a host family, start having a few video calls, and believe me, you will also fall in love with it during the process. Like, while you look for host families, you automatically start imagining yourself like actually living an au pair life. So yeah, my recommendation and my suggestion is just go for it, just try it out, and I'm really sure you're gonna love it. Alright, so we got to the end of this video, which I really hope you enjoyed. Leave a like to this video if you enjoyed it. Write us in the comments if you have any questions, any doubts, if you want to ask me anything in particular, if you need help with anything, whatever. I'm gonna reply to every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, of course, not to miss any other videos. And yeah, what should I say? I wish you luck, guys, and I see you in the next video. Bye!